Hi, good morning everyone. Today we're going to continue our conversation on reading strategies. We're going to talk about how a nonfiction text can be set up, and that can help with comprehension because you sort of preview what you're going to be looking at. We're going to start today by previewing a nonfiction article. This article is called Hanging by a Thread, and we're going to begin by taking a look at how the text is set up. On the board, I have some terms that we've talked about in the past. We've talked about the title, subtitles, headings, bold-faced words, pronunciation keys, graphic aids, and captions. Before you even begin to read, what I would like you to do is just kind of go through and see, where is the title? Let's identify it. Go through and identify, label all of these different terms. The title. Does the article have subtitles? Are there headings? Do you see any bold-faced words within the text? Are there any pronunciation keys within the text? To find the bold-faced words and the pronunciation keys, you might just want to skim through and look. What kind of graphic aids are there? Are there pictures? Are there lists? Are there maps? Dennis, we're working on this right now. How are you guys doing? Excellent question. What would be the difference between a subtitle and a heading? The subtitle is going to give you a little bit more information on the title. If we look at our prefix, which we've also studied here in this class, sub means at, below the title. I would like you all to take a minute now, and with your role partner, you are going to share what you have found. So please together, talk through, compare what you've written on your papers. What did you find as far as the title and the subtitle and any bold-faced words? Please do that now.
Not a subtitle. Yeah, it is a question, but still subtitles.
That's a picture.
Picture, caption, heading.
That's a word.
Oh, I didn't get that. Oops.
Oh, this is probably a pronunciation. Ooh-ah.
No, it's
Ooh.
this big.
Ooh. That's a map.
Oh, I forgot that. Chart.
Picture. Chart. Caption.
Graphic aid.
Heading.
So what types of graphic aids did we find in this article?
Map.
Yes, Ellen.
Picture.
Yes?
Chart. Map.
Awesome.
Caption.
Sounds very helpful. Are we sure we know which captions go with which graphic aid?
Nope. Oh, yes.
How can we tell?
Question.
Yes.
This one on the back, I don't know if it's supposed to go with both or one of the pictures.
Where the double pictures are?
Oh, then this. Oh,
This
I
one
thought
says
this.
which one they're talking about.
I thought this was going to go to the map.
That's a good details.
But it's this.
This one
and
doesn't
this.
Yeah,
say to the
that's
left.
interesting because when we look at it, this one does say left. This one says left, so we know we're,
Oh, I didn't look at that.
This
Sorry.
one doesn't
Yeah.
say left.
no, this one says left, so we know that,
But this could be from map.
right, and is it?
No.
Well, I don't know.
Once you read it, you know it's not.
Once you read it, you know that it's not. So it's crucial to read them. That's sometimes it's a thing that slips our mind, isn't it? Excellent. So now we sort of have a preview of how the text itself is set up, and we also know what kind of aids are available to us. When we look at the title and the subtitle, and we could actually look at the headings, what does it tell us about this article? Hanging by a thread. Could Hawaii's vanishing species spell the end of paradise? Yes, Ellen.
They're hanging by a thread, so they only have a little bit longer before it just breaks and they're gone.
So do you think that it's a literal meaning of flowers hanging by threads?
Nope.
What does that mean, hanging by a thread?
It's running out of time.
It's running out of time, right? Vanishing. What does the word vanishing mean?
Disappearing.
Excellent. What are our headings? What do they talk about?
Mass destruction and saving what remains.
Excellent. I think this is going to be a great clue as to what this article is about. We're going to go into now how the actual text is organized. In the past, we have talked about different text structures, haven't we? And that would be the chart that you guys have put into your binders on the different text structures.
I forgot my binder.
That's okay, you can
Look
look
at
up at
mine.
your partners. So what different text structures have we already talked about? Yes, Ellen?
Description or list?
Right, it could be in a description or a list. This would mean that the text is actually set up as a description or a list. This is one type of structure. What's another type of structure? Yes, Carolyn?
Comparing.
Compare and contrast.
We can compare and contrast. Definitely. Any others? Yes, Ellen?
Sequence or time order?
Right. When things are ordered in a chronological order. Today we're going to talk about one that's a little bit different. Does this particular article follow any of these patterns as far as organization of the text goes? Yes, Ellen?
No.
So far we think no, right? We don't know for certain. We haven't quite gotten into the text itself. But we're going to see it probably not based on what we have already seen. Did the headings give us any clues as to what the context, the organization might be?
Yes.
What was that clue, Carolyn?
It just tells you what each paragraphs are about.
And what is the first paragraph going to be
Mass
about?
destruction.
Which is,
Everything being destroyed.
right, is a problem, isn't it? And what does the second paragraph talk about?
What they're doing to fix it.
What they're doing to fix it. There's another type of organizational structure, which is problem and solution. And I think we're going to find that this is how this is set up. Based on the information that we have currently, I would like you and your row partners to go through and talk about what do you think this article is going to be about. What you are going to be using is a skill called predicting. What do you predict that they're going to talk about in this article?
And this destruction is the problem. But then saving what remains is how they're gonna fix it, the solution.
Yeah, we think that's an environmental bill.
Oh, you can actually read that again?
It's a creature.
Oh. Good prediction.
What have we come up with? Yes.
The mass destruction will be the problem. That's why we talk about that. And then saving what remains is gonna be their solution.
Mass destruction is definitely a problem. And what's their solution, Ellen?
Saving what remains.
Saving what remains. Fantastic. We now know that we have a problem and we have a solution. So when we get into the article, our mind is set. We're thinking, okay, what is this problem exactly? We're going to find out for sure what the problem is. You are going to have time now to read the article. And what I have for you is this graphic organizer, because we've talked about that there's a problem and there's a solution. On this organizer, up at the top, it talks about what is the problem.
Mass destruction.
Mass destruction of what?
The-
Rainforest.
This is why now, class, you're actually going to read the article. And as you're reading it, you can write in more specific details. Yes, we know there's mass destruction. We want to know of what. We want to know where. We want to know why. Let's go through the steps and see what we found out. So we know the problem was mass destruction. Are they talking about anything specifically? Mass destruction of what? Yes.
Species in Hawaii.
Yeah, any particular types of species?
All.
Yeah, and specifically when they talk about there's a specific bird that they're talking about.
Ooh.
That's right. And that comes with our pronunciation key as well, right? The ooh bird is disappearing. What else is disappearing?
Their plant life.
Their plant life, their bird life. They're very concerned. They talk about a word extinct when they talk about the problem. What does extinct mean? If something becomes extinct. Yes, Ellen.
All of them, all of the animals or planes have died and can't come back anymore.
And there will be generations of people who will never know that plant or that bird, that it even existed. Which is kind of a sad thing. When you think about Hawaii and how it's known for its flora, its fauna, its bird life, its animals.
I've never been to Hawaii.
Maybe someday you'll be there.
I'd love to go too.
So would I, for sure. Hopefully these things are still around when we get there. What types of solutions have they come up with? What steps are being taken? Yes.
Steve Perlman repels and risks his life.
What is Steve Perlman doing though?
He finds an orange that could take back to the arboretum.
Then what's he going to do with it?
Take the seeds out of it.
To do what?
Plant.
So that
grows more.
There you go. He's going to keep things continuing to grow. Ellen, did you have something else? Well, these two men in particular, it's funny how they call them daredevil botanists, because they are really going where they need to go to find these flowers and to save them, right? That's why he's rappelling down the mountain. So then in our last box, what is our desired solution? What do they want to do with these steps that they're taking? Finding all these plants and replanting the seeds and growing them again. What's going to be our desired solution?
Slowing the mass destruction.
That's right. And if they slow the mass destruction, what will happen with all of these plants and birds?
It could grow back.
They can grow back, they can continue to live, and Hawaii can continue to be the beautiful place that it is. So today we learned about the problem and solution as a way of setting up a text. So now we can add this as another way that text can be organized. Good job today, class.